Hello everyone, I'm Bets Golden here with Rainier Foil Paper, and I have something super exciting I want to share with you today, and that is these dies from Poppy Stamps. These are wonderful, and I have to share with you today the Shooting Stars one, and then we're going to make a project with this gorgeous Rose Garden one. But one of the things I wanted to kind of cover is how to use Rainier foil paper with a die cut. Whenever you're using a die, you're going to want to fold the paper over. It gives a crisper image and it just helps it release a little bit better. And then it just gives us beautiful details. So I ran Starstruck through Gold Starstruck, and this is what I got. And look how pretty that is. Really, really fine detail. It's so pretty. I love, love, love how this paper die cuts. And then for the rose frame, I went ahead and ran that through. Again, I took a piece of 6x12 ruby paper and I folded it like this. And then I ran the die cut through. And what I was left with was this beautiful piece that could be used either this way or the other way, but since it's double-sided, it's a little bit thick, so I'd have to pull it apart for that gold. So for this particular project, I went ahead and just ran it through like that. And then I also have saved my centerpiece as well, and I'm going to put together a card with you. So I'm going to use this piece because I thought it was a beautiful frame, and this is super simple to do. I just cut it down to 5.5 by 5.5 so that it would mat nicely on a 6x6 card base like so. So what I like to do is I do like to open it up and just use a little bit of liquid adhesive to run along the edges like so, and that just allows it from not folding up. Then get that going, and then I'm going to put that just directly in the center. And as you notice, I am doing this open. There is a crease on the side, but I am going to go ahead and just create this card open because it allows a nice flat surface when you fold a card and you try to line things up. Oftentimes it creates a bounce, which doesn't allow a very good lineup. And then I'm just going to place this on the card front. And since it is a liquid adhesive, I can maneuver it around just a little bit. And then from here, I'm not going to place this in the center quite yet. I am going to just kind of line it up on where I want it to go, but this piece I want to put in the center here. And I'm doing the vellum over the gold because I just thought it was a real nice touch. You could do it also over the red, and I'm going to show that I have a sample of that too. But for this, I'm just going to take my vellum and just lightly get some adhesive on the sides of it, on the edge of it going. It doesn't really take much for this. Set this up over here, and then I'm just going to place this down on top of that center piece like so. And then from here, I want to go ahead and just kind of line it up on this without placing this down, because this is larger than that center and I want the center to frame it. So I'm just going to take, again, my adhesive like so, and if I line it up, and it should fit together fairly well like a puzzle because it all came apart together, if that makes any sense. And let me see how this does over it. Need to pull that down a little bit. And I think I like that about right. There. Okay. And then for this piece, if you don't have an extension on your glue, I would highly recommend one. Otherwise, you can run it through a Xyron. Again, it does not take much. I'm just doing a few dollops here and there. This particular adhesive does dry clear, so even if it does seep, it's not a big deal. And see, I'm just using just a touch here and there. All right, and then from here, just gonna flip this over, line it up in that box, and then boom, we have a beautiful card. And when it's done, said and done, it'll look something like this. For this particular card, I did go ahead and use the gold side of the ruby, and I got that. And then I'm like, I wonder what it'd look like if I did a stained glass. So instead of backing it with black cardstock, I cut the die with black cardstock, and then I backed it. I put it against ruby red here. I used vellum right here, and then I just distressed up this piece, the back side of the ruby, which is going to be gold. I just basically crumpled it up and flattened it out, ran a little bit of ink on the edges, put it together. That's embossed in black, and there you go. So that is how you can use dies in your cards, and how you can die cut with the Rainier foil paper using these really awesome die cuts from Poppy Stamp. Poppy Stamps. These things are wonderful. So come back, make sure you join us again. I will be back on the 27th with a really cool fairy project in which I'm using the die cuts again, and Against a Night Sky. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I am Bets Golden. Head over and do that. I have lots of other projects over there, as well as more stuff with Rainier foil paper. Make sure you check out the Rainier store link provided down below, as well as our blog. Until next time, happy crafting.